Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at walkwithtak@gmail.com. I'd love to hear any questions that you might have, and I will answer you promptly. And there are many people marinate their meat before cooking, and this is very common in grilling and baking. However, for stir frying, this is not a very good practice, because when you add a marinade to meat such as chicken, shrimp, or pork, what happens is that it will affect the moisture level of the protein, and consequently, when you add it to the wok, it will drop the temperature. And the best way to maintain temperature of the meat is to make it as dry as possible. So based on this assumption, the best way actually to increase the flavor of a meat is to coat them up with cornstarch. The nice thing about coating with cornstarch is that now you can coat them with additional ingredients as well. And one of my most common ingredients that I use is my basic seasoning mix. This is a video describe the various components in the basic seasoning mix. And you can put them in a masala dabba and to create your own combination. However, I have put together a mix that I use frequently. Initially, I make it available to my students in my cooking class. Now it is available on Amazon, and you can use the link below the video. Now, this basic seasoning mix is designed to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients, and it works really well to use as a coating together with cornstarch, because when you coat it with cornstarch, it will give great flavor to the meat. Now, particularly, you will notice that when you stir fry the meat, it generates excellent aroma. So this is something that you might want to give it a try. And the most common approach that I use is that I will add approximately about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to about half tablespoon of my basic seasoning mix, and then I will mix them together. Now, a lot of time, if you would like it to be a little bit spicy, you can add a bit of paprika as well. This works actually very well for all the meats that I have used. Now, here is a chicken that I coated with this seasoning mix and cornstarch. And you notice that the whole idea of this is that when you fry it, you actually use a method known as shallow frying. In this case, you only use a small amount of cooking oil. So you will fry on one side first before you flip it over to the other side. The end result is that you only use a very small amount of oil. As you can see in here, when you fry it, it will actually causing the surface of the chicken first of all to brown due to the caramelization of the cornstarch. And then the basic seasoning mix will cause it to char. And the end result is that you create great flavor that will provide you with both the umami flavor as well as the slightly charring of the ingredients that give you a nice smoky flavor as well. This method works extremely well with shrimp. You can coat the shrimp in the same way as I have shown with chicken. So when you fry them again, the shrimp will start to get a slight crispy texture, and it will also brown, and the end result is that it gives the shrimp much better flavor. And because the way how you cook it, you can actually cook the shrimp very quickly, and in fact it will be done usually in less than 1 minute, and then you can add other ingredients to stir fry everything together. And by adding the ingredient just before the shrimp is totally cooked, you can actually have the shrimp as well as the ingredients to cook the perfect texture. Now, in addition to shrimp, this method works also very well with white fish, and this is particularly true with fish in my case, such as a bluegill, which was given to me by a friend of mine, and sometimes I also use them for striped bass, and in striped bass it works extremely well. It makes the fish taste great. The outside is slightly crispy, but the inside of the fish is nice, flaky. So almost any white fish will work very well with this method. And usually then you can add other ingredients and finishing the stir fry, and that will bring all the ingredients to the exact texture how you like it. Or if you like, you can set the fish aside and then you stir fry whatever other vegetables that you would like, which might take longer time period, and then you combine everything together. Now, this method is extremely versatile. In addition to use it in fish, I also use it with cuttlefish. This is a kind of cuttlefish known as baby cuttlefish, which is something that I really enjoy. And I find that when I coat them in using this method with cornstarch, as well as my basic seasoning mix, it greatly enhances the flavor of the cuttlefish, making them taste much better than when you just stir fry them by themselves. And also, by adding the cornstarch, you tend to protect the cuttlefish from the heat. And this is also true with chicken and fish and shrimp. And therefore, it is far less likely that you will overcook them. This method also works very well with pork. In here, I actually stir-fry both the fish and the rib tips together. These pork rib tips, I also coated it with the basic seasoning mix, as well as with the cornstarch. Again, when I fry them, it gave a very nice crispy texture, and it worked really well with the pork. So in here, I actually stir fry both of them together because I'm making a dish that will be used combination of both. So I will put everything into the wok at the same time, and I use some tongue to turn them, and then because of I am cooking them in different part of the wok, I can cook one part a little bit longer than the others. Since the fish cook much faster, I will remove them, and then I will finish cooking the rib tip. This cornstarch in combination with my basic seasoning mix is an excellent method to cook protein. Using this shallow frying method, you can create great flavor. In fact, after I have started using this method to cook my chicken, my wife told me that please do not cook the chicken any other way. This is the only way that I really like it. And she also enjoyed the shrimp, the fish. So everything I have done using this method turned out to be a big hit. And in fact, if you have never tried this method before, you definitely should give it a go, because I think you will really enjoy it. It's just almost an entire different way to cook meat in the wok. Again, you shallow fry them first. When they're almost done, you add other vegetable to it to finish it off, and then you can get everything right to the kind of texture that you like. But make sure when you use the vegetable that use the vegetable that can be cooked very quickly. If the vegetable needs a long time to cook, then you can set the meat aside and combine everything together at the end. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. If you'd like to learn more about the fast cooking system, how to make your cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.